Okay. All right. So Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the primary basis, the foundation of how we are creating money right now online. Okay. What Bitcoin is, it's a digital currency that is not governed by any governing body, any nation, any elite representatives. Okay, so here's some facts about Bitcoin. Bitcoin was created by Satoshi Nakamoto. That's not actually a person. That is it's a name that was given to this. That way, it can't be. It's not something that one person is taking credit for. A group of people come together. They created in some form or fashion this digital currency and put it into action. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and mute. I'm gonna go ahead and mute you. That way, it's not getting any backfeed here. So there's only ever gonna be 21 million Bitcoins ever. Okay, and right now, this is just a little outdated because it's about a month old. It's probably closer to 18 million have been mined right now. And as far as how the coins are mined, it's kind of intense on how to explain it all, but they are mined out of the blockchain through a mathematical algorithm. And because there's a limited supply of them, it makes it so it's like gold. There's a limited supply of gold. It's a precious metal, therefore the value of it increases. Okay. And again, no single entity controls the currency. It's not like paper money, which is controlled by the banks and government. The people, as in you and me, everyone that uses it, is who controls the value of it. A lot of people want to talk about how it's volatile, how it goes up and down, up and down. The reason it does that is because it's backed by the people, and it's for the people. So when people put a lot of faith into it, it goes up. When people have greed come into play, or fear come into play, and they start selling a bunch of it, it goes down until it starts coming back up again. So the reason it's so volatile is because people are so volatile. Okay. All transactions on the Bitcoin blockchain are 100% transparent. Everything is trackable with Bitcoin on the blockchain. Okay. And that's another way that it builds the trust and the security among person to person. You can reverse you can't reverse a transaction or be forced to be forced to pay for something. Like if they say, well, you didn't pay me, you can go right to the blockchain and you can see it's right there that they did receive it, and there's no way that they can say that they didn't receive it. Okay. It says Bitcoins are mined by mega computers. I don't want to get too much into that. That's a little more advanced, but because of where we are at, even though Bitcoin is only 7 years old, at one time you could mine Bitcoins with a regular computer, and every time you solved, okay, so when they say mine, it's solving the mathematical equation. And now if you have a regular computer at your home, the chances of solving the equation are a lot slimmer because you're up against computers that are 4 processors, and it's just not feasible to do so. So now I got these big mining pools and these big mining companies that do so. Okay, so what supports the growth of Bitcoin today? There are more places that are accepting Bitcoin as a major form of payment than there are places that accept gold. Okay, Several cities are now accepting Bitcoin for real estate. SME, largest global exchange company, announced they will start. Now, like I said, this is a couple weeks old. In fact, last week, the stock trading market futures, Bitcoin has been trading on the stock market for a week now. So for any of those that say, oh, Bitcoin's a Ponzi, Bitcoin's a scam, it's a bubble, they're not going to put a scam, bubble, or Ponzi into the trade market, okay, the stock market. One of the world's largest ATM machine manufacturer company announced they are going to start nationally launch of Bitcoin ATM machines. So there's been a lot of concern and question about, okay, if I buy Bitcoin, how do I transfer it back to fiat currency to use to buy everyday stuff in places that don't accept, Bitcoin yet? And as this just shows, in Nashville, there's a ton of them. All the bigger cities. Louisville's got 3. Cincinnati's got 4 or 5. I know personally because I've used them. So to lay that question or that concern at hand, there's several different ways to turn the Bitcoin back into cash if you need it. The ATMs are just one of them. So how do you buy Bitcoin? The most convenient way to buy Bitcoin is to make an account on an exchange and link up like your card info or whatever, and then buy it through the exchange. Okay. Most places you can buy from 100 to 200,000 worth of Bitcoin, depending on where you go to. Some aren't that high. Some start out low and they give you a weekly limit, and you have to build up to a bigger amount. And that's all because of security. They don't want anybody just coming in and giving us a false name and then, buying a bunch of stuff in someone else's name. So they want to make sure you are who you are. And then there's a list of several exchanges that you can buy it from. Okay, so using Bitcoin to earn more returns. Okay, you can trade them, you can buy and sell cryptos, you can hold in a wallet, or hold and compound through investing to earn not only higher returns, but also more asset itself, more Bitcoin itself. Okay. What are the best tools to use to earn the most returns with your Bitcoin? Okay, there's several different ways to earn more returns. One is trading, and the other is investing. Okay. And with the investing, the secret to building it quickly is through compounding. And that's what like Paul and Costa and I do. We're involved in a system that you invest your Bitcoin and you compound it over and you compound it over and you compound it over. And it just grows very large very quickly. Okay, and we'll get into that here in just a little bit. So imagine putting your money to work on autopilot and creating wealth, leaving you free to enjoy the things which matter most to you. Imagine generating wealth without the need for you to actively participate in the creation of the profit making. And what that really is talking about is, because we have this investment platform, okay, it takes all the work out of you doing the mining. It takes the work out of you doing the trading of it. It takes the work, out of really doing the nitty gritty stuff that consists of learning how to recharge, learning how to use the buy and sell orders, learning how to, even as small as setting up an exchange. Like, you don't have to do all that because the system that we're with does all that for you. All you do is just lend them your Bitcoin while they do it for you. Okay? And then they give you a return. Imagine earning daily returns paid in Bitcoin, starting from as little as $60 a USD, or $60 worth of USD per package. Okay, so in the system that we're in, how they separate what you're putting in, that they do it in dividends of packages. So each package is $60 worth, which is like 50 euros, or cost a year in Canada was like $80 Canadian.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Because we buy with Bitcoin, so it's always. What's the exchange on USD? I haven't even done it here. Just let me check for a second. I'll tell you in a second.
Okay.
Hit me with trick questions here.
That's because I needed a drink.
Oh yeah. I should actually know that right off the top of my head, but I usually just.
I'm thinking it's like
USD these days, just because I actually don't really have to deal with Canadian currencies now that I do a lot of stuff with Bitcoin. So.
Right. I'm thinking it's like $75 to $80.
Hold on a second. Yeah, it's $77 Canadian.
Okay, so most of this is all based on euros. So one package is really 50 euros, which is pretty much equivalent to 60 US dollars or 77 Canadian dollars. So what you would do, you would buy a package with Bitcoin. So you have to go buy Bitcoin first and then buy the package with your Bitcoin. And the reason why it's set up like that is because there are some companies out here that do this same thing, and you pay with Bitcoin, and then they pay you back in return in U.S. currency or Canadian currency. Okay, the beauty of this one is when you pay with Bitcoin, they pay you back your return in Bitcoin, and it's based on the amount of Bitcoin that you used at the time you purchased. Okay, so for instance, when I bought my first package, it was 60 US dollars, which was like 0.009 Bitcoin. Well, that was when Bitcoin was like $7,000 a coin. Today, it's 18,000 right now, 19,000?
No, it's about 19.5.
Okay, so now it's 19,500 a coin. So on that first set of packages I bought, I'm still getting the 1% based on the 0.09. Okay, so as I'm getting that back plus another 40%, because it's a guaranteed 140% return on your investment, I'm not getting back 140% on the $60 amount. I'm getting back the 140% on the amount of Bitcoin it costs at the time of purchase when I bought the package. Okay. Hey, Paul, will you really quick? Will you jump in the chat, because I see Katrina's jumping on there and talking, and some other ones. Will you take care of the questions and stuff for me, please? Thank you. So what you're doing is, as Bitcoin raises in price, not only are you earning 40% more Bitcoin that you had, you also get to capitalize on the increase of Bitcoin as it goes up. And it's going to keep going up. So hopefully that makes sense to you. If not, we'll square it up when we get done here. Okay. So how to earn higher returns with Bitcoin, USI-tech. So USI-tech is a trusted leader in the cryptocurrency industry. As a valuable platform you can use to compound and multiply your Bitcoin. Now that goes back to what I was just saying with the investing, getting 140% return. So not only are you capitalizing on the increase, but as you compound it, you're making more and more. So the compounding is taking, to make numbers easy, you spend, say a package was $100 to make numbers easy. If you're getting an average of 1% a day, in 100 days, you would get back exactly what you bought that first package for. So on that 100-day mark, you would then buy another package and compound it and have two packages. So now, because there's still 40 more days on average for that first one to run out, for those 40 days, you're now compounding on two packages. And then it goes to 3, and then it's to 4. So that's what the compounding is. The more that you roll it over and compound it, it's kind of like rolling over IRAs. The more you roll and compound it over, the bigger it grows and the more you get returned. So what makes USI-tech a trusted company? First off, USI has over 500,000 active members, and I'm sure it's well over that now.
It's over 6 now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, because I know Sonelli put this together about 2.5 weeks ago, and we're averaging right at 1,000 to 1,500 people per day, just in our team alone. I think it is. No, I think it's company wide. 1,000 to 1,500 people a day joining. So this is a really huge system that's really getting huge results. Average income users can now generate wealth on autopilot. Real value is in the compounding. Learning how this works is key to your financial power. And that's what I was talking about. Earn 40% more, even more daily with compounding your Bitcoin. So one of the main things here is this right here. Is before cryptocurrency come along, this kind of stuff was only available for those that, had a nice chunk of wealth, could play the stock market, could afford a CPA or a financial advisor or a broker firm to do it for them. But with cryptocurrencies and systems like this, it does all of it for you, so the average everyday person can get in and start capitalizing. Investing in Bitcoin right now is the biggest transfer of wealth ever to mankind. In my opinion, the only thing that's ever been compared to this is when God gave King Solomon all the riches. And that's my opinion. Like that's the only thing that I can ever think of that has this kind of multitude impact on it. Okay, so imagine receiving 140% more money, returns over 140 days, paid out at an average of 1% every working day. On each $60 worth of Bitcoin pack you purchase. By the way, you also get paid in Bitcoin. That's what I was saying. You don't get paid in USD. You also get paid back in the Bitcoin. And that's one of the main perspectives of this is the fact that you're not lending someone your Bitcoin, not getting it back, and just getting USD back. You're actually getting your property back. It would be like having an acre of land, and then next door is a farmer who owns 10 acres. And he comes up to you and says, look, let me use this acre of land to grow my crop on, and every 6 months I'll give you another quarter acre to the south of it. Okay, so as he's using it, you're growing your property, and Bitcoin is really a property. You own it. The government does not own it. You own it. We own it. Okay. So seeing is believing. So I'm going to jump off the slide here. Like I said, Sonelli let me use this. She sent it to me not too long ago. I haven't even really went through it, so I'm just winging it through here because it was such a huge response on my post. So seeing is believing. So now what I'm going to do, like I said, I'm just winging this, trying to get you guys educated as quick as I can. So from here, I'm going to jump over to actually my account. Okay, so seeing is believing. So here's my back office. Are you still with us, Sergio?
I'm with you.
Okay, cool. All right, so for Sergio, he's here with us live. For all you guys that are out here watching the replay, this is my personal back office. Okay, so when I started in USI. I got started October 12th. I was very skeptical. I didn't put much into it. And I just kind of let it sit there. I bought 2 packages. And I just let it sit there for about a week and a half, 2 weeks. I got with my upline Costa, who's here with us tonight, and then his upline, who is not here with us, AJ. And I had some concerns. I was really concerned about some stuff. By the time I met with them and talked to them about my questions, and they explained some stuff really thoroughly to me, did some digging in myself, I then realized what I had. So the 28th, I think it was 28th, 26th or 28th of October, I said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and get going on this. So at that point, I spent $1,500 and bought 50 packages. Okay. And that was October 28th. November 5th, because my goal was to reach 100 packages, I bought 25 more. So altogether, I bought 50 packages. Okay. Since then, and these packages are $60 US a piece. Okay. At the price of Bitcoin, when I purchased them, both times I purchased, well, actually three, I bought 2, then 23, then I bought 25 more. So within three purchases, my total investment out of my pocket was 0.4. If you see right here, this is my lifetime grand total. This is what I've gotten back so far. But I put in 0.4. So literally, I put in $3,100 pretty much. And the first purchases, Bitcoin was like around maybe $8,000 a coin. When I bought my second 25, it was right around 10, 11,000 a coin. Okay, so if you put that into what it is today, really I didn't even invest 0.4. It was probably more like 0.27 or 0.3. So just since the 28th of October, I've already made my money back that I invested back. And you can see that right here, grand total 0.53772. Now, Paul, what did you say Bitcoin is at right now?
19.5.
Okay, so $19,500 times 0.5372. That's $10,475. Okay, so I've earned $10,000 to almost 10.5 since October 28th-ish, and it really only cost me $3,000 to do so. So I've tripled my money in just about 8 weeks. Okay, so like I said, seeing is believing. Now, this right here, if you look here, lifetime ROC, it's the same thing as ROI, return on investment, return on capital. From my packages, on an average of 1.0% a day, it fluctuates with the market. It's usually between 0.75 and 1.25. That's why we say average of 1% a day. So really, in 8 weeks, this is what I've gotten back on my return. This 0.3688, that's what I've gotten from my affiliate commissions. Okay. The difference is this is a return on investment. This is from people coming in wanting to get involved also. And how that works is if you get somebody to come in and they buy packages for the investing, and this does not come out of their pocket, this does not come back from, it does not come out of their return. This is just a compensation for growing your business. Your direct level below you, you make 10% of their purchase. So if they buy a $60 package, you make $6, and you make it in Bitcoin, not $6 USD. Okay,
And there's a huge difference there.
Yeah,
Huge difference, because $6 worth of Bitcoin when I got my first commission is probably somewhere right in the 30s or 40s. The
correct.
same thing with commissions that you get from everybody. Somebody may sign up and you may get $100 commission, but as Bitcoin goes up, so does that commission. That is the powerful part of this, you guys.
Right. And so there's a couple different ways you can approach this. Okay. I've been online for a year and a half. I've been in several different online systems, online businesses, trying to get them to work. And they're all been affiliate marketing. And in order to make your commissions, you got to sell something. You got to convince somebody to come in and do something. You got to do this. You got to do this. You got to bring people in. Okay. I'm not bringing anybody. I'm not trying to bring anybody in because I'm trying to get more commissions. I'm advertising the way I am because this works for me. And I see a lot of people out here struggling, and this is a way for them not to struggle. if I didn't offer this to you guys, then I would be being very greedy and not serving my purpose on this planet. Okay? As you can see, I'm making money regardless. Okay? So what I'm saying is you don't if you're the type of person who don't want to go out here and have people underneath you, you don't want to have a team, you don't want to recruit anybody, you don't want to have, meetings like this, that's totally fine. You can invest in this as a another line of future money for you, return for you, and simply use the investment part. And you would cut the lifetime commissions out, and all you would have is your ROC. That is 100% doable, and you will get return 140%. Okay, so if you want to do that, that's fine. Now, as you can see right here, there is a nice chunk of money to be made if you want to bring people in. So then you have the option of doing both. Okay, now I know there's people, especially in my friends list, because I know where I come from, and I relate to a lot of people because I come from there too. So, if you don't have the money, you want to get involved, but you don't have the money to invest, but yet you're good with talking to people, you can say, okay, I don't want to do this. I mean, I want to, but I can't. So then you can leverage the affiliate side, make some commissions, because you can make commissions without even having any packages. That's the beauty of this. You don't have to have packages to get commissions. Right here, you can bring people in without having any packages and make commission off them. And Costa, my upline, he's here. Costa, when you got involved, how long was it before you bought your first package?
When I got involved, how long? I would say, well, I mean, I bought pretty much like 25 packages, I think, like within a week of coming in here, but I sat on those packages for, okay. So, earlier you were talking about, let me take my screen on here for a second. So earlier, just a little while ago, you were talking about these other opportunities that we have been. That's how we met each other. We've been doing like other network marketing opportunities for the last couple of years. Okay, so I am currently involved in something else as well, and pretty heavily involved to the point where I was building my own system for my downline to use. And in doing that, I was spending days and days and days doing that. So I came in, I bought 25 packs with this on the recommendation from our upline AJ. And I turned away and I stopped looking at it. And I brought, at the same time, I let a couple other people know about it, you being one of them, and a couple other people like Crystal and Danny and Jake and a few other people. Now, if you were to look at my back office, I have direct people that I brought in at the moment, 16 people. Okay. And so I brought in about 12 by that point. Like right off the bat, I just kind of let a few people know about it that were in the network marketing, and some people that weren't. And I turned my head and I started, working on my other business. And like a couple weeks later, I decided to poke my head back in here, and all of a sudden I was sitting on like, a couple grand in Bitcoin based on downline commissions. And my downline had grown exponentially because I had people underneath me, exponentially building on my downline on top of things. At that moment, I kind of had a bit of a eureka moment, and I was like, okay, I think I really need to pay a little more attention to what's going on with USI-tech here. So yeah, definitely, like, your downlines start building out exponentially. Like, I wasn't even doing a lot of work with building downline, like, thank you guys very much for what you have done. You guys have built out a really nice downline. And now I'm getting more involved with it. Now I'm starting to do webinars and systems and helping you guys out on these type of things, because I do realize the real power with the network marketing side of this. But because of that, I've started rolling my packages, and I'm probably about 90 packages by now. I think I just bought my 90th package it was my 90th package. It takes a couple hours to show up in the back office after you buy a package. So yeah, I bought my 90th package. It says 89 right now, but I know I bought 90 about, a few hours ago. And that was all just rolled. That was just rolling over, what I've been doing here. And it's just growing exponentially. It's really exciting. So I came in, I think my first package was November 3rd. I think that's when I bought my first packages.
Right.
So based with that and based with the downlines, I've just been rolling everything into this. I might have taken about $500 worth out of this so far. And I'm probably at, what am I at? I have my USI open right here. I'm at a grand total of 49.37 right now, 0.34937.
Right.
So what's that? That's like about 10,000 right now, or?
Yeah, it's probably around 98.
I get the Canadian thing mixed up all the time because you take that to Canadian.
But what I was getting to, you said you bought your first packages around November 3rd.
Yeah.
I got going in October 26th, 28th. So what I'm saying is
before that, because I came in on the 28th, Kamaya.
Okay, so it must have been the 25th, 26th. Well, here's what I'm getting at. Costa, who's my upline, didn't even buy his first package till November 3rd. I had bought some before that, and he received his commissions before he bought any packages. And that's what I'm saying is if you don't have the money to invest in packages, you can use the marketing part of it and build a team below you, make commissions on what they're doing to get you established. And that's what I was getting to. Okay, and listen to Casa, what he was talking about, he's sitting at 90 packages. I'm sitting at 117. He's been doing this longer, but it's clear right there. I'm below him that it's very feasible that someone below you can outdo you. You know what I mean? And that's the beauty of it. So a lot of affiliate-based systems you got to be careful of, because the guys at the top win. And this right here is just proof that shows you that that's not the case. It doesn't matter where you're at. It matters how much you put into it. So just a little bit of seeing is believing. There's a couple aspects of how you can do this. You can use it for the investing yourself. You can use it for the investing and the growing a business below you. Or if you can't do that, you can use it for the marketing, the commissions to get you in a place where you can get to investing. So that's where I want to go with that, and just show you guys a little bit about the back office, seeing that there are results. When I'm posting results on my Facebook page and you guys are seeing them, these are real results, okay? Like I can just, for instance, because I know the question would probably come up, and a lot of you guys would probably watch the replay. All right. How do you get it back out of here? All right. So today, all right, I withdrew. Okay. No, that was the other day. I withdrew some today. I don't know why it's not showing up here. Oh, that's completed. Okay, pending. Okay, so today I did a giveaway last week, and I had to buy 27 packages for my downline. All my downlines, I gave away 27 packages because they were all part of the giveaway. So this is what I had after I got done doing all the giveaways in just 2.5 days. 0.0139 plus it left me a little bit left, and I bought another package. But this is what I withdrew today and went to my wallet. And it's still pending. It takes about 24 hours. Okay? But 0.0139, if it's 19.5 times 0.0139, that's $271 in 2.5 days. Okay? And that's not all I made. That's just what I took out. Okay? So for those of you that might think, well, that's good. They're just numbers. Anybody can show numbers. But this is real. That's what I'm trying to show you. This is real. Like, I just withdrawed it. There's another one in here that's completed that I did a couple weeks ago. Okay, I withdrew it. You know what I mean? Like this is real stuff, you guys. And when I say Bitcoin is the largest transfer of wealth, it's still up and coming. It's just now getting mainstream. Right now is the time to get involved.
You see this right here, Kamaya?
What's that?
You see what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Okay, that for the people that are watching, we receive 1% on average per day. You know, it's 0.75 to 1.25. But on your return, which I've circled right here, that kind of gives you an idea of how much Bitcoin that you have invested. And so basically it's, I looked at it, it's really 0.65 Bitcoin, which is at about $13,000.
Nice. Nice.
So
So
that'll go up and down, but
yeah. So like you guys, that's what I'm saying. This opportunity is real. It's right here. I post on it all the time. And it's not just about making money. It goes a lot further than that. It's about transferring wealth. It's about having freedom, having abundance, not being under the thumb of the government, not being under the thumb of the banks. And that gets into a whole other can. We'll get into that if you guys want to know more about that. But I want to keep it short as I can, as simple as I can, so that way, you know, people don't come and watch replay and just get bored. So I don't know how to remove that, man. So if you can erase it, I don't know. Sweet. Okay. So seeing is believing. So I just showed you guys some real facts there that really exist. So transparency about how a company creates profitable outcomes for their customers is very important. Okay. It was imperative this company had to be well capitalized with financially independent, experienced, and credible owners. So these three guys right here, Horst, I'm gonna butcher this, Hashi, Mike Kiefer, and Ralph Gold. You can see Horst is a current COO of USI-tech. As an entrepreneur since 1986, Horst has experience in network technology and security and software development. Sorry. Mike Kiefer, VP, Vice President of Marketing, USI-tech. Mike has been in network marketing for over 20 years. As VP of Marketing for USI-tech, he's passionate about helping people achieve their dreams. And then Ralph Gold, CTO of USI. Ralph is the current CTO of USI-tech. He has over 33 years of experience in financial markets, including his most recent 5 years as Forex traders. So what this means, well, the reason that we like to show this is because there are some companies out here. I'm not going to give a name, but there's a company out here that's very similar to USI-tech. But here's the thing with that company, okay? Nobody knows who they are, and nobody knows anything what they're doing to get their returns, all right? Now, me personally, I can't do anything with them. I ethically and morally, I can't give somebody money not knowing if it's going to war or guns or drugs or terrorists or anything like that. So that's why we like to go into our transparency of our company. So these are real people doing real things, and they don't mind putting their faces out there. So today, like I said, this is got Sonelli's name on it because she's a co-member, and I needed something to bring to you guys, and I just asked her if she has something. This is what she sent me, so don't worry about the name down here. So today, if you guys want to join, you guys I can send you guys a link, and if you guys do it with Paul, he can send you his link. Okay, for a free USI account. The thing with USI is there's not any monthly charge. The only thing that you're out is what you want to invest. Okay, you get the best resources for your exchanges where you buy and sell Bitcoin. You get an entire training system that tells you everything from buying, how to buy Bitcoin, how to send it, how to everything. Okay, you also get You also get invited. I personally have 2 Facebook chat groups, like the ones that you guys were all added to for this, but they're basically my team. There's also 2 Facebook groups that you get invited to that do support, updates, announcements, latest news about not only Bitcoin but USI-tech. There's giveaways. There's we all help each other. If you have questions, you can go there and answer them. So you get all that with this, and you get it all free. The entire training system. It's everything. It's everything you could ever think about as far as online marketing, and you can use it not only with this, but in anything you want to do. You know, and it's all free. And I've been in systems where it's $100 a month for that access, where it's been $300 a month for that kind of access. So you know, it's not just about investing. It's about learning a skill. It's about being part of a team, a part of a community, helping each other, growing yourself. So it's more than just making money. So, so with that, okay, we thank you guys for joining. Before we go, USI-tech is one of the companies that actually do mining, and when it comes to transparency, just trying to, let me find it here. And the reason I bring this up is because I want you guys to all see the legitimacy of this. Give me a second. My computer runs so slow when my Zoom video's on. So as soon as this loads here. Bear with me. Come on. So with all your cryptocurrencies, they are based on a blockchain, and on your blockchain, anyone who is mining, it's transparent, like I said in the slideshow, like you can see who's doing mining, and right here you can see it is legit. USI does have a mining company that is in here mining. Now this is not Bitcoin blockchain, this is the Ethereum blockchain, but it shows that it is relevant and it is legit. So I just wanted to show that really quick before we ended up stopping the meeting. So with that, I'm gonna stop sharing. So Sergio, you're the only one that's still here, man. So, or you're the only one that's been here the entire time. So I'm gonna go ahead and take you off mute. Man, do you have any questions? You want to get going, or?
Man, I tell you what, you know, I've it sounds pretty good. You know, I mean, maybe talk to you a little bit more about it personally, but
Okay.
you know, but yeah, I mean, I'm thinking of, you know, I'll do something, man. I'm looking at, like, you know, I've got maybe 10 grand I could put in, you know, but I'd like to talk to you a little bit more, you know, you and me, and
dude, no problem at all, man. After this call, if you got time, reach out to me. If you don't, man, I'm always here, bro. Okay.
Come on. Do you mind if I share my screen real quick?
Yeah. Actually, I'm just trying to make sure there's not gonna be anything else. Sergio, do you have any more questions, bro?
No, I'm good, man.
Okay. You want to do it recorded, Paul?
Yeah, that's fine. I mean,
Okay.
I thought I have some people that might be watching the replay. So,
Oh, okay, gotcha.
You know, just in case, you know, I mean, you already know where I'm at. Let me see if I can get this in here. I've got a split screen. I don't even know if I can get it up. It opened up and said iCloud, Box, Dropbox, Google Drive.
Down at the very bottom right corner, it should say share screen on a blue button.
Yeah, it doesn't say it. All right, well, more. I don't. Yeah, yeah. When it comes up, it says Photos, iCloud, Box, Dropbox, Google Drive, Microsoft OneDrive, website URL, bookmark.
Okay, you just put your mouse over the bottom portion of the actual Zoom screen and a menu will pop up, not the bottom of your computer screen, the bottom of your Zoom screen. You'll see a menu pop up. Just like cursor over near close to the bottom, it should pop up.
I'm on an iPad.
Oh, okay, that might be it. You can't share on devices.
Yeah, tablets and phones are a little bit harder to use Zoom on. So,
Okay. Well, I appreciate it, you guys.
hey, no problem. So this is recorded. So you guys that are watching the replay, if you guys have any questions, reach out to me. If you're in this that I brought you in. If Paul brought you in, reach out to Paul, and we'll go from there. We're always here. If you guys have questions that we didn't go over and you're not clear on something, feel free to reach out to us. We love helping people. So that's that. I'm going to go ahead and stop recording now.